Hello everyone. While this happened, I kind of assumed this would come out on Valentine's Day, not the day before Valentine's Day, but that's okay. Here we are. It's kind of nice because I guess, you know, people do stuff on Valentine's Day. That's kind of the point. So it's not going to get in the way with our sans Valentines here. Now, the way I learned about this was actually from a Reddit post because I didn't get the newsletter emailed to me yet, but it's here on Fangamer. So maybe it is going to actually release on Valentine's Day. I don't know, because I never got an email. So if there's anything email specific for like the truck lover or whatever it's called, I don't remember anymore. It's too long ago. We're probably not going to see it, and you'll have to tell me about it in the comments. But yeah, Undertale Deltarune newsletter, here we go. Love. There's nothing in this world more important. Love. That's everything. A little ominous considering the Undertale implications, but whatever. And so today, we at the Undertale Deltarune Newsletter Corporation have decided to do something very special for our beloved fans. You're our Valentines. Please enjoy these 3 special cards, okay? Oh, it's Valentine's? And you're all alone? Without a single date? Huh, you're joking, right? No dates, huh? You're serious? Well, don't worry. I got you covered. He puts his hand in yours. You are left with holding a fistful of wrinkly fruits. What? Okay. Dear Valentine, you are as sweet as butterscotch, or cinnamon if you are allergic to butterscotch. Cinnamon is not sweet by itself, is it? I suppose it would have to be cinnamon sugar. Is that all right? Sincerely, Toriel. I just got it at dates, like dried dates. I get it. Okay. I think I might have accidentally done something when I dragged that image. We'll see. Rule. This is a weird group of characters to choose, but whatever. Seeth if thou can solveth this puzzle, Valentine. Thou plus me equals what? You start to draw a heart in the blank. What? No, stop. No, it's not that easy. Stop. Okay. What did you think? Did you enjoy your Valentines? Well, let me tell you, that was only a fraction of what we prepared. You see, there are slightly less than 50 different cards. Oh, okay. So trade with your friends to collect them all, and don't try anything tricky. Well, that sounds like a threat. From Papyrus. And don't try anything tricky. Undertale Deltarune's most lovable character, special Valentine's message. How were those Valentines? Your heart must be practically jumping out of your body in joy, and then moving around in some sort of green square. What is that a reference to? I don't know. Oh no. Okay. Well, for some of you at least, others might need a little more persuasion to enter love fever mode. Looking at you, non-truck freaks. In this case, we've got to bring out our secret weapon, a super special message direct from your favorite hero, a maestro of love, the cuddliest character, one who would stop at nothing to put a ring on it and get your heart. Enjoy. Oh, okay. Spamton Love Network. It's 5 minutes, so I guess we'll be doing this. Hold on, let me just theater mode this. Yeah. Smooth jazz. What is love's secret? This heart will reveal love's truth. I said this when the sweepstakes was high bulb. But I love Wayne Radio TV Solutions. This is it's a great channel. And I'm very glad that they got to do this. And are now getting to do this again. Oh boy. Okay. Same set. Love lasts forever. Lunchables? Spamton Love Network. Entrance to Level. Wow. Oh. What? Slow down! No! Oh. Please slow down! Oh.
Hey, Annie!
Annie!
Happy V-Day! It's
Oh, he's wearing a big V, I see.
Spamton.
V Spamton, I knew it!
And you can't resist my Spamton's kiss.
Oh boy.
That's right. Spamton v. Spamton, back again.
Don't forget about Spamton B. Spamton.
Oh, they love Spamton B.
And welcome, dear spender, to the Spamton Love Network. We are here to celebrate love, kissing, love, and Spamton.
Yeah. No, Spamton B. The B stands for belt.
I hear Spamton's got a special Spamton surprise.
I didn't even realize there was a Spamton in that basket. Was there a Spamton in that basket the whole
Buy my
time?
love for only one Scromer.
One Scromer? Ew.
And if
Too many
you
wet noises.
accept-
Why does it keep falling over? What? What's happening? I'm afraid. I don't think he's looking at me. I think he's looking out. Can I put the...
And what's
There we go.
that?
Spaghetti?
Spamton, my dear, a special Valentine's surprise?
Wow. Love how the white makeup's just all over the top of that suit. Why? What was that? I love commercials. I like how this is unlisted as well, this video.
Oh,
Oh.
it looks like my Valentine's prize is a bountiful feast. And I wonder who my lucky's date is.
My lucky's date is.
Got something for you.
Okay.
So I'm okay.
What? Oh. Okay.
Now who's my lucky gal? Oh,
I love how it's not even like trying to be cut out to like the pixel outline. It's just like, yeah, we got him kind of.
happy
Wow.
Valentine's Day.
Okay.
What now, sir?
Yeah. What? Okay. What is that? Oh, he's got to kiss it 50 times. I get it. Okay, I thought that was some cryptic hint about the 50 Valentines thing that they mentioned earlier. Money talks and it wants to speak to you! Amazing opportunity! What's happening? Uh-oh. Massive pay, benefits, free peepus. You could be here. Oh dear. Oh, hi. Spamton. Is that it? Okay, that was awesome. In a way. I'm glad we got the TV Solutions people back to do that. It was very funny. Deltarune mini status update. Well, this is the meat and potatoes most people were looking for. How are Ralsei's horns doing that? Are they not attached to his head? I don't know. Anyway. Happy 2024, everyone. The Deltarune team, and I, were taking a break for the holidays to visit our families, but now everyone's back and excited to get back to the game. I had a feeling that was true. That's why, when the whole Undertale yellow music thing was going around, and it was like right before Christmas, I felt so bad for Toby. Because I knew for a fact that they were going to be taking a break for Christmas. And it's like, why did this have to happen now, of all times? Anyway. Chapter 3. We are working on the Japanese localization. Then we will begin porting and bug testing the chapter, after which it'll be totally complete. Might be the most significant thing in here, because I'm sure they haven't got a lot of stuff done since October if they took a break for Christmas. It's like 1 month. As we mentioned last time, the team is now mainly focusing on Chapter 4, with some minor work being done on Chapter 5. We've set an internal deadline for ourselves regarding Chapter 4, and our new producer is going to help us make the sweet, sweet moves we need to meet it. Got it. I am confident that this is going to be a really productive year. That's good. As usual, there's not much I can share without spoiling anything, so please look at this cup. Most important character. Cup Waka. I've got no idea what this could be in reference to. Although it does seem vaguely more Chapter 4-y than Chapter 3-y, because it's kind of got the whole like regal monarchy look more than a TV set or anything. I don't know. Maybe you guys can convince me either way. Oh, what's this? Valentine's New Year illustration by Saffron Scarf. Saffron Scarf informed me that the year of the bunny and the year of the dragon are right next to each other. Hey, that's kind of romantic, isn't it? So she drew something. Is one of the royal guards a rabbit? I never knew that. Huh. I knew about the, like, I thought the other one was a fish man, but I guess if it's a dragon, that makes sense. Oh, very nice. Over the city we'll never explore. It's fine, though. Got the little heart. Firework. Nothing else significant, I don't think, but that's nice. I didn't know one of them was a bunny. How did I not know that? I don't know. Anyway. Special newsletter, spotlight, and interview. Gigi. This issue, we've got a special interview with a special friend, Gigi. I'm assuming it's Gigi. That's how I've seen it pronounced before, but it could be different, so forgive me if so. Gigi has been helping me with the concept art since Undertale. They're an amazing artist with an unparalleled sense for color and fashion. Their most prominent work shown so far has been the Dark World costumes of Chris and Susie, and the background concept art for Chapter 2. But they've contributed many designs for the next chapters as well, so look forward to it. Anyway, onto the interview. If this person did this Undyne, then this is like one of my favorite pieces of art from Undertale in general. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to come back for the interview at the end, I think. Game music. You may have heard that I made a music for a certain game recently. Made a music, that's funny. Yes, a very certain game, yes, with a totally out of nowhere collaboration. That's right. Soul of Sovereignty. I don't know what this is. I collaborated with Gigi on the soundtrack to their new visual novel, Soul of Sovereignty. The first chapter is now available for purchase. It's a linear story and only takes an hour or two to complete, so check it out. This game is intended for mature audiences. Don't play this, kids. Okay. As I implied, the soundtrack to this was a collaboration. While the two of us both made our own independent tracks here and there, most of the tracks were created by the two of us passing project files back and forth. It honestly felt like a true 50-50 effort, or maybe even more 60-40 on the side of Gigi. Gigi did mention that they wanted the soundtrack to sound like a PlayStation game, so I just sent them all the sounds I usually use, and we just went wild. Anyway, I don't think I've ever collaborated so back and forth like this, so it was really fun. Plus Gigi's debut as a composer, and I'm really proud. Soulsov. It's a good acronym, or not acronym, nickname, I guess, has a more serious fantasy atmosphere than Deltarune, but I like the appeal of the I think the appeal of the characters is similar in some ways. Like Deltarune, the characters and setting have a long history. There is something that Gigi has been turning around in their head for over 10 years, and it's hard to put it into words, but you can feel that. After meeting Loic and Yizme, again, I have no idea if that's pronounced correctly, but oh man, for just a moment, they feel like old friends. It's hard to stop thinking about them. I already want to meet them again. Anyway, if you're interested in a magical fantasy story with a slight dusting of Clown Woman, I can't give a stronger recommendation. Don't forget to check out the soundtrack. Well, okay, let's do that. Shoot, I should have. Well, we can do the prelude. Anyway. Did I see sunflowers? Yeah, I did. Okay. I kind of want to hear that. Because it's very Mother 3 coded. It's nice. Almost too nice, I think, to be the background music for this, though. It's like too... I don't know what I want to say. There's some songs like that in the Deltarune OST, too. Like, I'd never use a battle theme for, like, a background music, because it's just too much. It draws your attention away, you know? That's why I use Lantern, like, 18 times, because it's just chill enough that it sounds good, but it doesn't, you know, distract. Anyway, this is a cute animation. I like how Noelle gets a different outfit, but Susie's just in the exact same. It's funny. Toriel slippers! Yes, they are real. Oh god. Look, if you were a freak, I would tell you to put Toriel on your feet. But that would be weird, so I won't say that. That doesn't leave me with many other things to say, though. Oh, man. They got the little Deltarune sign and symbol inside them, though. That's kind of interesting. Toho Danmaku Kagura. Toby and Zun collaboration. Whoa! That's some cool art, too. You might have heard, but the song Toho creator Zun and I collaborated on is out now. It's a bit of a dream come true for me, so give it a listen. There's too much music, man. Tammy also did all the cover art for the song. Also, as usual, she did all the sprites in the newsletter. Thank you, Tammy. This is... I saw this. This is... I love that expression. It's very good. Okay. Please don't take me to YouTube. Okay, well, you took me to YouTube. Whatever. Oh, it's an actual video of the rhythm game. Whoa. Oh, so it's like a remix of Battle Against the True Hero. I guess that makes sense. I thought it was going to be like a medley, kind of, of Toho music and Battle Against the True Hero. I might have to listen to that later. Oh, Jesus. I keep forgetting that it's not there. Okay. I need this for the thumbnail later, so let's just open that. Yuzuru Hanyu Repre. I don't know what this is. Yuzuru Hanyu, considered to be one of the best ice skaters of all time, if not the best ice skater of all time, is ice skating to Megalovania. Okay, that's pretty crazy. To explain the context, Yuzuru-san is currently putting on a special one-man ice show called Re-Pray that tells a story inspired by his favorite RPG games. The performance uses many songs from games that he loves, including Lufia 2, never heard of it, which made me extremely happy. I won't spoil too much, but the plot seemed to be a bit inspired by Undertale, which was a wonderful surprise. It goes without saying, but it's a huge honor to have my music used in an event like this. Luckily, I was able to attend in person. It was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. When he turned toward the stands, I screamed and felt like Winnie the Pooh for a second. Okay. I'm not sure if it's corny to share this, but we sent him some flowers before his performance. That's pretty cool. Seeing this flower arrangement fills you with determination. I'll let you guys know if there's ever a way for you to view the performance for yourselves. I'm surprised this one isn't animated. Feels like there's so much room for slapstick comedy here, but I don't know, it's still nice. Real star. Huh? Conclusion. I'm sure after that lovely newsletter, your heart must be going doki doki, bon bon, pico pico, and several other noises that only a doctor can properly diagnose, like a rhythm doctor maybe. But there's one more thing. Temmie did an illustration for 8-4's New Year's card. They got the fruit. And the dog's got a tennis ball. Cute, right? Hope everyone has an auspicious 2024. Year of the Dragon. See ya! Oh. Well, I'll need that for the thumbnail, too. Wait. Okay, no. I thought the two S's here were, like, taped on and it was actually going to be Killing Booth. But no. What does this mean? Maybe I'm just missing the context for Real Star. I don't know. Yeah, so there was something I said I wanted to read later. The interview, right. Let's open it in a new tab so I don't get confused later. Oh, wow. We met back on Twitter when I was just a musical rando making tweets at you. I really looked up to you back then. Okay, maybe I still do a little now, too. What was your impression of me, though? Please allow me to recount a memory of the first time I exhibited at a convention. When I was walking toward the event hall, you happened to be nearby talking with some friends about which artists you were looking forward to meeting. Because you knew I was in earshot, you said, I'm really excited to see Gigi. This being the first time we met in person, I thought, it's that guy. Anyway, I mean all this to say that I thought you were weird. I was also weird, so it makes sense we got along. My earliest memories of you are as energetic and fearless little dog. Wah wah. Many people don't remember, but Undertale was initially released as a demo back in 2012. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that, to be fair. Anyway, the demo only contained the ruins area, but what was your impression of Undertale from it? I remember the demo. I just didn't remember it released that long before the game did. Because I never saw the demo. The first time I saw Undertale was, I think in 2016. Anyway. I was shocked that you'd made it. Of course, I don't mean this in a disparaging way. I knew you were talented, but the thought of basically one person making such a coherent game was staggering to me. Before I met you and other developer friends, I had never considered that just making a video game, let alone a good one, was something people could do on their own. It was amazing. As for the content of the demo, I'm not sure I ever told you this, but when I first played I Killed Toriel, and the hint to try for a different outcome went completely over my head. It was only after I watched a mutual friend play that I got it, which pushed my impression from pretty impressed to shocked. By the way, thanks for doing the promotional art for me that was put on Steam. Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm still fond of it, though I think I could do the foreshortening a little better now. Which is the way the hand seems to be closer to, like, the quote-unquote camera than the body. I don't know. I still think it's good. Artists are always their own biggest critic. You were one of the playtesters of Undertale, so you were able to play the final game before it released. How did you feel about the completed game, and what did you think would happen when it was released? I was already shocked by the demo, so the actual completion of the entire game was a bigger shock, though it feels almost cliche to say. I'd never played anything like it before. I mean, it's kind of true. I can't pretend to have predicted just how influential it would become, but I've truly felt at the time it was a remarkable achievement. I also clearly remember that when you asked me if I found anything in the game to be annoying, I answered without hesitation, Onion-san. Yeah, there's a period of time you shipped Sans and Toriel, observing. I don't really understand why this is in the past tense. Still have memories of showing you and Chess a dramatic battle from Undertale in a hotel room. I remember it was the first time I had shown the battle to anyone else. Wasn't that the battle with Sans? Now I've got the Japanese brand. Anyway, do you guys remember this? Also, I will include Chess for this question. Chess, come over here. I think some memories might be blending together here. I do remember when you showed me the Undying battle in a hotel hallway, having to quickly flip down your laptop whenever someone stopped to talk. I also remember when you showed Chess and me the early parts of Deltarune the night before we went to Korea. But my most vivid memory of the Sans fight is playtesting it on my own. I believe the battle was toned down a bit to accommodate me. Chess, being much better at games than I am, had to do it the real way. Tangentially, I remember a few moments during my initial playthrough when I would message you for insight on how to proceed. You'd always get really intense and respond along the lines of, "It's your choice." I felt slightly like a horror movie protagonist. I somehow don't remember this at all. This would be me. I'm pretty sure my first time seeing the Sans fight was in my own playthrough. I do at least have memory of being the first playtester to defeat Sans, but it's been long enough that I can't be certain of whether that's true or not. I do remember being shown some mid-development Undertale stuff in a hotel room, but the thing I remember seeing wasn't Sans. It was a debug demonstration of a random attack where you had to maneuver around beneath a creature with very long legs. I remember thinking it was really fun, actually. Didn't you tell me much later that this attack was going to be its own standalone minigame or something? I remember you had really lofty ambitions for it. The Legend of Leg. I will talk about Leg in a different episode. Okay. Now, a question. Originally, you made a fan song for your character Noisemaster in your old... I made a fan song for your character Noisemaster from your old comic Cucumber Quest. Oh my god, I've never connected that. It looks just like Cucumber Quest. Oh, man. I miss Cucumber Quest, but I can understand not wanting to continue it. I was beginning to making music for webcomics back then. Yeah, who would have thought? This ended up being partially remade and repurposed for Metaton's theme. Thank you for inspiring me. Also, do you remember this art? Oh boy, that's quite an outfit. This is like my favorite Toby Fox song, almost. In terms of just like, I could listen to this song forever. Obviously, there are ones that have, I think, more interesting composition and more impact, but this is the one that I listen to the most. Again, it was my pleasure. I was so thrilled by the Noisemaster theme when I first heard it. I listened to it on repeat for days. Me. And yes, of course I remember. It was a very self-indulgent drawing. Remember back when the game came out, you were instrumental in initially spreading the word about it. Let me take out a banner ad in your webcomic that stayed up there for months. Even though Twitter existed back then, the internet was quite a bit smaller, so I feel like it probably made a little bit of a difference. I really appreciated that. You even put an Undertale reference directly in the comic by including a scene where one of the characters wears slippers of Toriel's face, which are now, 7 years later, actually becoming merchandise, as well as sort of appearing in Deltarune themselves. What? Okay. I'll never forget those slippers. Fangamer, if you're reading this, please send me and Gigi free slippers, and also Chess, and also Temmie. Looking back, the idea of a banner ad for Undertale and a piddly little webcomic page like mine is absurd. The internet really has changed so much in only a few years. At the time, I was just proud of my friend and wanted to show off a game he'd worked so hard on. I would certainly appreciate a pair of slippers, though. The Toriel slippers. See, I never read to this far, for sure. I know I got past, like... who was the big... there was, like... I got to, like, Chapter 2 of Cucumber Quest back in the day. I saw Wave Master, I think the name of the character was. They were like a big whale guy, I think. Again, it was a long time ago. And I remember Nightmare Knight was cool, and I liked Noise Master, even though it was annoying as hell. Not a question again, but hey guys, Gigi also drew this poster, the Metaton one. Oh man, I like this poster too. And that looks a lot like the crowd art for the... Symphony, right? Maybe? I don't remember. The Metaton poster. It was fun adapting a tiny pixel asset into a complete illustration. It reminded me of when I used to redraw the covers from Neopets books as a kid. I barrel ahead to my next point without giving readers a chance to ask any questions. Come to think of it, you should have commissioned a full illustration of that Big Bibby poster from Metaton's room. I would have hung that on my own wall. Big Bibby? I never even see that. Who's your favorite character from Deltarune? Susie, but I'm also very fond of Noelle and Ralsei. Okay, that's me, kind of. Who's your least favorite character from Deltarune? You mentioned once in a live stream that one of your friends reacted so negatively to Rule's card that you thought he would be widely hated. I was that friend. No, Rules! Whoa. Is there a piece of art you've made for Undertale Deltarune that really sticks out to you in a way you're particularly proud of? The work I'm most proud of was all in Chapter 3. I lost count of how many times I was told, this looks too good, when I turned in a piece of concept art. Of what's been shown already, I look back most fondly on my art for Chapter 2 Cyber City. I'm also very happy every time I get to put the main characters in new outfits. That's fair. I can't wait to see the freaking Chapter 3 concept art. It's going to be so cool. Because this is already pretty cool. I like the idea of, because the Color Cafe, like Queen's giant mech essentially holding the signs for... these shops. It's kind of cool. Gives it a very like Las Vegas vibe. And Cyber City, yeah. This is pretty cool. I'm gonna assume this is an acid fountain, but it's not what it looks like. Gigi drew the concept art for Chapter 3 pretty early on, so as the chapter evolved, sadly, many of the actual in-game assets ended up deviating from their concepts. We'll definitely share their concept art after the chapter is released, though. This is something I'm gonna have to look at. Okay. Oh, the freaking Cowboys are back. What are you most excited to see in Deltarune? Your live script readings were mentioned in a previous Deltarune team interview, I believe. While you read through the story outline for me and a few others some time ago, I think I was pretty quiet through most of it, but one particular moment made me roar, yeah! Like I'd been possessed by a demon, so probably that moment. Anything else you'd like to share with the class? Any memories of us? Anything with games during development, after development, etc., except for that one time we went to Korea, we can. Cheese bong. What? Actually, I do have a story about the Korea trip. Cheese bong is a Korean fish sausage snack. Oh, okay, I understand. Last night there, we all stayed in this super traditional inn, sleeping mats on the floor and all, but we ended up ordering pizza for dinner. Anyway, at one point the conversation turned to music production. I remember crowding around your laptop and the little table in the communal area, watching you give a Machiavelli-addled demo of how you arranged Megalovania in FL Studio. I was too embarrassed to say so at the time, but I always wanted to try my hand at making music of my own. Somehow that demo was the first time in my life that music felt like something approachable to me, so I look back on it fondly. Thanks for that. Thanks, Gigi. Nice. Clowns. Yeah, so, okay. Let's see here. Okay, couple things. This could just be a giant T for TV on the right here, but it could also be T for Tenna, so that's something important. probably not evidence at all, but I'm going to say there's a potential that the two TVs being here is in reference to the duo that I proposed might be a thing in with Tenna and Mike being like a comedic duo that broke up or something. I believe this TV time sign has just got a human and a Darkner on it. Although I've never seen a Darkner that looks like this. It looks vaguely like Lancer, though, so I'm going to assume that's what it is. But it also kind of looks like Kermit the Frog, so it could be a puppet. I don't know, maybe. This has big birthday room at Chuck E. Cheese kind of vibes, with all these balloons and the big star poster and the wallpaper. Oh, also we got a sun and a cloud and maybe a moon here for the weathers, so that's interesting as well. But, yeah, more Chapter 3 teasing. And the cowboys are back. Somebody in the comments, and I do appreciate this, by the way. Every time I say, oh, somebody in the comments said something, and nah, they're wrong. I'm not really, like, trying to be mean. I'm just saying, we had a discussion about it, so now we know one way or the other, and that's what's exciting to me. Also, does Susie have a gun? Sheesh. It's probably going to be like a laser pistol or something, but I don't know. It's just weird to see a Deltarune character with a real gun. I guess there was a real gun in Chapter 1. I don't know. Or Chapter 1 in Undertale. That's what I meant to say. Oops. Anyway, there was a bit of a discussion about Susie getting the star on her belt in these cowboy sprites. Because, obviously, yellow hearts are associated with the Justice Soul, which had the cowboy hat and the gun in Undertale. And Susie usually has a yellow heart on her belt in the Dark World. So I thought it was interesting to see that become extra relevant. Like, I don't like doing the whole color theory thing, like, oh, Ralsei's green, so clearly it's the Green Soul. Or like it's related to the traits of the Green Soul. But this one seems like very purposefully done, whereas Susie has this sort of like justice motif going on, which I think will be extra interesting in later chapters depending on our choices. So yeah, it's confirmed it's supposed to be a star, so that's cool. I think somebody was saying, actually I don't remember the argument now, somebody was saying that it was maybe because of sprite work. Oh, no, that's what it was. So this doesn't actually confirm anything. Never mind. I take back my yeah from later. Susie's sprite work, there's sometimes when the heart changes shape just because of the, like, angle. And whether that's actually the heart on her belt changing shape like it is here, I'm not sure. But it does sort of lend to that thing I was talking about 3 seconds ago in my predictions video, where I said this is going to be kind of a chapter about broken partnerships or strained relationships, at least, where Susie might be playing the role of sheriff and Chris as outlaw. It just makes sense to me, given Chris's behavior and Susie having this, like, literal sheriff's badge on her belt, but, you know. Anyway, why do I have... Oh, right. I'm like, what is kissing? What tab do I have that's kissing? Oh dear. I think the kissing tab is going to crash my whole computer. Spamton, what are you doing, man? You almost crashed my computer. It's the kissing booth. Okay. So that's it. A lot of... Oh no, I did see this. A lot of nothing, pretty much, but a lot of fun nothing. I wonder, if I refresh the page... Whoops, it went all the way back down to these guys. Oh, gee. Sounds got a bunch of animated GIFs. Queen, why is she so small? Okay, so you can actually get a whole bunch of these. Okay. Well, maybe we'll do a little bit of that. To whom it may concern, you are receiving this letter because MTT noticed you did not write me a Valentine this year. If you're stuck, I've enclosed a personalized card just for you to use. Take your time. MTT is accepting Valentine submissions all year, darling. Love, Metaton. Okay. Happy Valentine's. As a special gift on our romantic drive, I will move the car at a rate 50% more likely for you to survive. Goodbye. Thanks, Queen. don't think this is a Valentine or anything, but, I just think you're neat. Unless it's weirder that it's not a Valentine. It's, it's whichever one is most appropriate. Classic alphas. Okay. We got the same Metaton one again. Dear Valentine, why was the fork so excited? Because it had Valentines. I heard that joke and I just thought it was so funny. Sincerely, Toriel. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it's talking about the prongs of a fork. Dear Valentine, are those other Valentines bothering you? I'll rip them up. I'll shred them. I'll make you an even bigger Valentine with the scraps. Is that what's happening lower on in the frame here? Dear Valentino or Valentina, take my spades, please. They're better than hearts because they have handles. Okay. Dear Valentine, if you see Sans, please tell him to take down the heart-shaped balloon stuck in the corner of the house from last year. A dog keeps getting tied up in it and becoming a floating 100-point hazard. Let's see. Happy Valentine's Day to my ex. I have unblocked you for just long enough for you to remember how hot I am. So there's multiple for each character. I mean, I guess I should have known that with Toriel, but hey. We already got that one. Okay, this is a different one. Dear Valentine, yeah, that 2-ton heart-shaped boulder in front of your door is from me. What? It's blocking the way. Wait, give me 10 minutes. I'll punch a heart-shaped hole in it for you. Thanks. Birdly. Dear potential lover, I've attached an IQ test. Solve this and you'll have passed the first step to becoming my Valentine. Fail and you'll once again lose ELO and drop down the power rankings. I expect everyone to try harder this year, and no colluding to cheat the system this time. Okay. We're gonna lose ELO. No, I don't play a game with ELO in it. League of Legends, whatever. Yeah, I got the wrinkly fruits already. Spamton! To my dear beloved fuck. They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. They say the way to a woman's heart is through his stomach. Well, let me in. Let me in. Please, they're killing me out here. They're drowning me in insulating foam. No, Spamton. Running Valentines.exe. It's all glitching out. How many of these are there? I guess there's 50. We got that one. Did we get this one? I think this was the first Toriel one we got, wasn't it? You are sweet as butterscotch or cinnamon if you are allergic to butterscotch. Cinnamon is not sweet by itself, is it? I suppose it would have to be cinnamon sugar. Is that all right? Sincerely, Toriel. IQ test again. Card, a survivable rate. More ELO. Okay, that's like the same one again. Happy holidays from the holidays. Okay. Shoot you with hearts. Thanks, Hathy. Dearest queen, giveth to queen if not queen. Thou art the mosteth, fairesteth maiden in all this cyber land. Please taketh me as thine Valentine's lackey. Note, I don't remembereth what thou'th looketh like, so I'm givingest this to everyone. What? Rules, you don't even know what she looks like? That's crazy. Seen that. Oh, okay. This is a new one. Dear Valentine, I read your letter. I understand. You are challenging me to see who the best Valentine is. Well, I won't lose. Meet me outside as soon as you read this, and tell Sans to bring the red frilly construction paper. Okay. We're getting to the point where it's harder to get new ones, I think. Oh, this is different. Dear Valentino or Valentina, your car smells like toothpastes. You must be a real pro at washing your mouth. Cool. I can't believe I got Sans on my first refresh. That's pretty cool. The Baron Hearts, because they have handles. I remember that one. Dear Valentine, if I kept you in my shed, I would feed you cat food instead of dog food. Okay. Thanks, Papyrus. I'm still not eating that. Oh. Well, of course Ralsei should have some. Did we? I don't think we've got Ralsei at all yet. It's crazy. Dear Susie, I'm really happy you've enjoyed my Valentine's card with the candy attached. But maybe you don't need to eat all of the other ones to check if they're food. They're food. Stop moving my hand while I'm writing. Susie the best. Okay. Yeah, got him. Same one. More Elo. Susie the best. Okay. I'm gonna keep going, and then eventually we're gonna get like an everyman one, and it's gonna be super relevant to something. Oh, another Rouse. I just want to tell you, I think you're a wonderfully special person. I'm not sure if you're the type of person that only likes to have one Valentine, but if you would consider me one of yours, I would be overjoyed. I hope you have a special day with lots of love, Rouse. Okay. Valentines.exe, potential lover, forks. Spamton trying to crawl into your innards again. That's probably the creepiest thing Spamton's ever said, I think. Let me into your stomach. Why did I do that in Papyrus's voice? I guess because he was on screen. Nope, we've seen all these before. Come on. There's got to be some, like, weird ones on here. I know it. Nope. I was excited because I saw Oh, this is a new one. Dear Mommy and Daddy, I love you very much. I have attached leaked military documents from the Blam Thunder forums to the love you very much. If you ever want to see your son again, please check out the enclosed instruction book. Love letter for you.text.vbs. I don't know what VBS is, what extension that is. But, oh man, leaked military documents from the War Thunder forums. I mean, Blam Thunder forums. Can you imagine if that happened in real life? Anyway. I'm going to keep refreshing. If I find anything new, I'll just cut to it. Whoa, wait, I just found something new right there. Why was the fork chemically excitable? Because it had Valentines. How does... Okay. 2 Valentines. I mean, I know what valent means. It's a chemistry term. I think chemistry, right? It's not physics, I don't think. It's chemistry. Whoa, wait. It's an anonymous letter. I don't know how to say this, but you're really cool. You're the kind of person I wish I could be. ... So a response isn't necessary, but if you do want to watch my AMVs, I put a QR code on the back. AMVs makes me think Alphys, but Alphys didn't have anonymous ones. So who... like Mediton Deltarune? Who would this be from? And a QR code on the back. I feel like that there's going to be an actual QR code. Hold on. Let me check some stuff. Never mind, I don't have to check anything. Actually, I might have to do this. You're going to see all my tabs that are super unorganized here, but in the bar, well, you can kind of see it here. This is as far as I can go. It says Campaign Valentines Alphys. So this is from Alphys. It's just... for some reason, she didn't decide to sign this one. It's weird. But I don't know. Okay. Nothing crazy. Probably no secrets. But maybe. You never know. I'll let somebody else figure it out. Okay, so I've looked on Reddit now. This was the original post that I saw about this. Apparently, there are some that are email specific. So people did get the email, but not me. So there are some email specific Valentines, like Jockington. Dear Valentine. Tennis ball. Very cool. Spamton. To the blank that cursed my blank. Why did you change your credit card numbers without telling me? I thought we had something. I thought we had kids. I thought we had 8 set. And you're gonna tear them all down? That is interesting. Actually, I guess I don't know if this is real. I don't know why it's been downvoted one. I'm not really good at Reddit, but whatever. Kids is one thing because that's a meme, but set is interesting because a set is a word for like, an act, a performance, a comedy set, you know? So, maybe. Dear Lancer, this is not a Valentine. It is a secret note I'm showing to you as I'm writing it. Can you please tell Susie to stop rolling up all of the Valentine's paper into a giant tube and then trying to get me to pretend to smoke it? I would really appreciate your insistence on this, and please stop bashfully pointing at this and yelling, "Is that for me?" If you get Susie's attention, then she'll come over here and... I don't know if that one's real. Grilby with just dots. This might not be real. Hold on, let me check. Okay. I found a compiled list on Reddit. There's still some missing by the looks of it that people haven't been able to get. So that's interesting. But there is actually one very, very interesting one in here. So we're going to talk about that. And I'll just read all the ones that I didn't see on my own. So here's one. Dear Valentine, I wrote you some more Valentines, but they're up on the shelf. If you have trouble reaching them, then... Okay, Ralsei, thanks for being a stool. Apparently this one that references the Ralsei smoking weed meme is real, so that's hilarious. Sans, huh? What day did you say it was? This is nice. Classic Sans. Another Sans, dear recipient, give this card to your mom. Dear recipient's mom, give this card to your mom. Cool. Dear Valentine, oh, it's another tutorial one. And I thought this was the same one we'd seen already for a second, but it's not. Dear Valentine, did you hear about the brave prince who worked up the courage to give a letter to his dearest? It was a valiant time. I hope you found this amusing. Sincerely, Toriel. Thanks, Toriel. Also this one. Dear Valentine, did you hear about the lovers contest in the second month of the year? Everyone entered the contest in pairs, and one partner would have to hold the other up while standing on a wobbly board. Meanwhile, the partner in the air would have to write a love letter to the other. You may ask me which was the most important metric for winning the contest. It was the balance time. I hope you have found this amusing. Sincerely, Toil. Okay. Dear fellow scholar, I regret to inform you that your test results, or lack thereof, were not sufficient to become my Valentine this year. However, I would like to inform you that you still have a chance for late admission. Depending on our, shall we say, extracurricular romance, I may be willing to overlook your marks. Please send over your resumes ASAP. Your new lover will be waiting. Okay, Birdly. And Burger Pants, which we didn't get any from Burger Pants, so that's kind of crazy. Let's be real. Valentine's is just a cynical invention to trick hot people into buying chocolate and greeting cards. The only good part? Watching them all get exploited. Seeing them have to buy in. Hearing them fight each other because their partner didn't do enough for a fake day. Just makes you laugh at how stupid everyone is, doesn't it? That isn't a card for me, is it? Oh, Burger Pants. My boss is insane. He writes a response by hand to every single one of his fans that sends him a Valentine. And guess who has to deliver all of those? By hand, with a big smile, singing a special song and doing a special dance and wearing a special costume. I hate Valentine's Day. Alright. Classic Benetton. One from Grillby. Cool. Jevel. Wee-hee-hee! Do you want to play the heart-showing game? Then first, let me show my spades, my clubs, my diamonds. Okay. Kind of funny. And then finally, this one, which I'm not sure what to make of. This has some implications. So I don't know how people got this, to be honest. It's just within the list, so I'm taking it as being real. It's in the Wayback Machine, and it's got the correct link, so I'm going to take it as being real. It is a strange letter. It's more or less completely illegible. Interesting. But if you squint your eyes and you squint your heart, for some reason you feel you could understand it. Well, Happy New Year, or was it the old year? Well, in any case, how is Deltarune? As you are waiting patiently, the time is going around. There was even a rumor of Valentine's Day. How absurd. Every day is a day of love. If only you believe it so. Do you believe it so? So, the purpose of this message. I want to help. Yes, there was someone I wanted to help. I seem to have forgotten who. Yes, it's quite ironic, but I seem to have forgotten. Was it myself? No. Well, perhaps. Regardless, when I see them, I'm certain I will know it straight away. I never forget someone I don't remember. Will you help me? You are very odd, responding out loud to a letter, but you seem reliable. I will be counting on you. Now, put on your coat and wash your face, or put on your face and wash your coat. Not necessarily in that order, or in any order at all. Goodbye. There was a sound like something walking away, and the letter was gone. And then literally, by the way, this is where we are looking here. It got updated. So the actual link now just leads to this empty one. But given how Gaster coded this is, I'm going to mess with the image in a program and see if I can discover anything. So I couldn't find anything. I'm not a professional at this though, so somebody else might be able to dig a little deeper than I. But the old Gaster trick was taking the image and then brightening it, right? So you could see the text that's hidden in a slightly lighter black, essentially. Nothing like that here. The reason I say it's Gaster coded is because of the spacing. If it's not Gaster coded, then I think we might be very confused, because it definitely has the same feeling as the narrator from the start of the game, and also the one who's talking to us on Twitter. It's also tagged in the thing where we found out that one without an attribution was from Alphys as unknown. So yeah, that's got to have some sort of implication if this is real. Also, why is only one word misspelled? Why is it goodbye like that? It's weird. So there is some things, if this is Gaster coded like it seems to be. One of the things is the writing seems completely illegible, and there's been an argument for a long time about in Undertale there's a blueprint in the shed that you can only gain access to behind the Sans and Papyrus's house by getting like a special event and then going in there. And it's got blueprints in scrawling messy text. And there was a lot of argument over whether that was supposed to be Gaster, because it says you can't read the handwriting. So it could be a pun about it being written in hands, like Windings, or it just being messy writing, which is something we know Alphys to be known for. Like, every time you read something from Alphys, it's hard to understand. The text always makes that clear. So this is interesting, because this is a strange letter, and it's more or less completely illegible. So it sort of ties into this being, whether it's Gaster or not, is also somebody who has messy handwriting. So it might not matter. It might just be a shared trait between these two, between Alphys and Gaster, in terms of having scrawling writing. I don't know. If you squint your eyes and you squint your heart, yeah, for some reason you feel you can understand it. Also, the spacing of Deltarune here. How is Deltarune? This is how Gerson says it in his shop dialogue. He doesn't say Deltarune, it's the Deltarune, which I don't think anybody else has said it that way, which is a little interesting. The time is going around. There's a rumor of Valentine's Day. Every day is a day of love. If only you believe it to be so. Do you believe it's so? That's also very strange. The purpose of this message, I want to help. There was someone I wanted to help. Someone who I seem to have forgotten who. It was quite ironic, but I seem to have forgotten. Was it myself? No, well, perhaps. Regardless, when I see them, I'm certain I will know it straight away. I never forget someone I don't remember. Will you help me? Responding out loud to a letter, but you seem reliable. I'll be counting on you. Now put on your coat and wash your face. What does that mean? Now put on your coat and wash your face. Or put on your face and wash your coat. I mean, if we're taking this from, like, the standpoint of a monster, then maybe coat could mean, like, skin or, like, outer appearance, and then face being something else. So either you put on your persona or your face, and then you wash your coat, or, like, get rid of your appearance, or, like, cover it up. Or you put on your coat, you put on your outward appearance, and wash your face, as in you get rid of your persona. I don't know. That's the only way I can think of that being anything other than gibberish. Or like a reference to something we don't know yet. Like, I remember in the Spamton sweepstakes, there was that chair where we had the darker yet darker thing, where there seemed to be a coat sitting on it. So maybe it's an obscure reference to something we don't know yet. But the face thing is interesting if this is Gaster. But this is actually giving me weird vibes in a different direction, which I don't quite understand. The goodbye is weird. It makes it feel like Spamton dialogue, which I don't think it should. And I just don't know any other way you could read this line where the by would make sense. I don't know. But specifically I feel like there was somebody I was trying to help. I seem to have forgotten who. It's quite ironic, but I seem to have forgotten. Was it myself? No. Well, perhaps. Regardless, when I see them, I'm certain I will know it straight away. Maybe this is talking about, like, I mean, this is a huge stretch, but obviously we know nothing about this. So it could be talking about Des? Because, like, we know that becoming a goner from Undertale just, like, erases people's memory of you. Because that's what Goner Kid says, right? They say something along the lines of, how would you feel if you disappeared from the world, but everything stayed the same? Which is in reference to Gaster, because obviously it's a fun event and it's one of the goners, which I'll talk about Gaster. And people vaguely remember him existing, but not really. Like, they knew there was a royal scientist before Alphys, but they don't remember Gaster, clearly. Nobody talks about him other than the goners. I'm pretty sure. There might be somebody who says, like, oh, the old royal scientist, but I don't know if they mention Gaster in general. But if Gaster, or whoever this is having trouble remembering somebody, that would mean that they're a goner too, right? Or, like, they're at least forgotten, which feels very Des-like to me. Des isn't forgotten, but it might be slowly happening because the town people don't seem super, like, worried about it, if I could just say it that way. You know what I mean? I mean, it could have also been, like, years and years ago, but it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. Like, it wasn't, like, 20 years ago or anything. It would have to be, like, Noelle was a kid when Des was around. Say she was, like, 6, and now the kids are, like, 15? That's, like, maybe 10 years? I don't know. I feel like in a small town like this, people would still think about it, or, like, you know, there'd still be something around, like a missing poster or something. It just seems strange. I never forget someone I don't remember. Will you help me? But just the way the Deltarune is said makes me think this is someone. It's either specifically supposed to be Gerson. And that's why it's spaced out this way, so we'll think about Gerson. Or it's someone from Undertale who knows Deltarune as the Deltarune, which might lead into it being Gaster saying this anyway. So that's interesting. I don't know what else to say about that. I'm very interested to see what the community will do with this once it gets out there a bit more. So that's it for me for now. Sheesh. I don't even know, man. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Oh, boy. Hopefully they find the next, like, few we're missing. If we just look at the list, because these are numbered, there's 45 according to Toby, which it says here. We're missing 40, 41, and those come directly after the Gaster one. So, and then after that, for some reason, after Gaster is Rules, which is also just, like, so strange because of everything people have been talking about with Rules. Well, it hasn't even been an hour since I recorded that video, and we have the last two Valentines that we're missing. One is from Rules here, as you can see. So, like, someth of those othereth Valentiniest senders, not necessarily the ones you got, art kind of hot with it. Art they, like, single? So that's interesting, but not really. This was number 41. Number 40 is actually interesting, though. And it's the Weathers, who we now have a canonical name for. Dear La Niño, and no one else, you are my eternal moonshine and sunshine. Dear El Niña, and no one else, you are my sweetest rain and nourishing cloud. I say them that way because I'm pretty sure it's based on El Niño, which is like warm air that comes from the southern equator up to the north. And La Niña? I've never heard of that, though, which I'm assuming that's the opposite process, though, where cold air comes down. I'm not a meteorologist, but I know about El Nino because that affects where I live. Anyway, let's give this card to someone else to show how much we exclusively love each other. Could be interesting, again, if my whole theory about the partnerships thing in this chapter is true. than these two being like a perfect couple for each other. Either we could see that break down over the course of the chapter, or they'll be the thing everybody is holding their own relationships against, you know what I mean? But they're definitely more major characters than just random enemies, I would say, from this. So that's cool, because these are great designs, so I'm excited to see them, you know, have a cool little mini boss section. Anyway, well, it seems how I'm still recording about this information, I might as well spread this. Because not a lot of people are on Twitter anymore, but I had to check because you know how it is when something like this happens. Someone brought up the Ice Palace page from the Spamton sweepstakes. It has the text, "Aren't you forgetting something?" in very similar cadence, I suppose you'll say, with like the spacing and the all caps as the letter that we are now pretty sure isn't Gaster, because the Japanese version of the letter is very informal. I mean, the speaking in the letter was already fairly informal, and I already picked up that it used the goodbye, and that was weird. Sounds almost Spamton-like. And yeah, I could buy this. That it's whatever this is in reference to. Maybe whoever this is. A friend. This was a way longer video than I thought. I don't think I'm going to have time to record anything else tonight, but oh well. I'm sure you guys will enjoy this tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I mean today for you. You know how it is. Okay. Good lord. More fuel to the fire. Here we go. Another ARG to sift through, basically. Bye.